Hi, guys, and welcome to the ACT podcast real estate course. Looking forward to going through this with you. I just finished an analysis of the local Kamloops real estate market to update my shareholders. And I thought it might be of interest to put into my course in the podcast. So let's take a look. I will start sharing my screen. There we go. And let's dive. So we're looking at today. We're looking at key drivers, and this is from Secrets of the Canadian Pass method that we're going to be using here. So I'll talk about some of these phases of the real estate market, and also the how you can find the data for yourselves. I started here already. We're trying to figure out what phase we're in the real estate cycle. So we're going to we're going to identify where we are on each key driver, and then we're going to select what applies, and then we'll add up all the numbers at the bottom, and that'll tell us, give us a sense of what stage we are in the real estate cycle. So the first key driver is net migration. So all I did was a quick Google search, and I referenced it here. And we've got a fairly recent article talking about how population growth is slowing, but it's still in BC. But we can still use for our purposes here. So net migration is positive, but it is certainly not as fast as it was, but we're not. So take a look. So this talks about one of the major landlords in Kamloops is the amount of immigrants. A lot of the university programs and the permanent residency programs have been constrained. So we've seen a bit of a reduction in rents because of that. So we know that our vacancy rates have been going up. I can tell you that the same thing anecdotally through my observation of our portfolio of we got 130 units or something. So the next one up is employment, and you can achieve this with a Google search for your own market. So unemployment be up in Kamloops, but we've got some conflicting data because employment numbers are up. So this is a recent article, and yeah, there. So Kamloops is up slightly in unemployment, but if you go to Venture Kamloops website, and we check here, it's taking a minute here. So we look at workforce, and it talks about some employment data here. So we gained 800 jobs, and we increased 24,000 jobs. This is in the Thompson Okanagan region surrounding Kamloops. So we lost a bunch of part-time jobs, and the number of unemployed individuals went up too. So it's kind of mixed data, but overall, the participation rate has increased. So I mean, I'm comfortable saying the employment is up slightly. So we'll just we'll throw that in there. Construction I was surprised. Well, you drive around, you see a lot of construction, but I didn't think that housing starts would be up. So yeah, housing starts are up. This is a fairly recent article. So copy this and we'll drop. Oops, drop those there. First-time home buyers. So I talked to a high-volume mortgage broker here in Kamloops, and he said that he has about this year are who are qualifying for loans have our first-time home buyers, where last year was well over 50%. So we're definitely down with first-time home buyers. So we'll throw that there. We'll look at real estate ROI. Prices have been dropping, which means that your ROI is actually going to be going up. So I'll just throw that there. Let me zoom in that too. Expenses are up a bit too, but overall, especially with interest rates dropping, it appears that our real estate ROI is going up. So you can get more revenue for less price right now. Going back to that same article where Kelson Group was talking about their rental rates dropping, that's what I've seen as well. Starting to level off, but that's definitely the case. The rents have been dropping, and we're not seeing increases. Venture Kamloops talks about incomes, and those have been going up. So we'll just go back to Venture Kamloops website. And let's see, I think I found it here. So you can find data. There's a lot better data in the US if you were dealing with the US market. But there's unemployment rate. So but we do have some data that thankfully has been put together by Venture Kamloops here. So let's take a look. Incomes we're looking for. So housing starts, average rent. Maybe under workforce. I think I was here. Anyway, I saw that our median household income 88,000. So income has been growing. There's households. There's the incomes from 2021. Let me send it there. There we go. Income. This is all 20 and 21 days. There is somewhere on this website where it shows that it's up slightly, so I won't bore you by hunting for that constantly. Well, maybe it'll go down in the future. Okay, real estate finance availability. So we've seen interest rates dropping. The overnight rates in 10-year Canada government bond have been dropping. So we can quickly take a look at that. And here's the bond rates. I had it up. I guess that's not the right link. So Canada government bond rate. There. This will come up. And if we just look at the 5-year yield, get rid of these, and the 10-year, so you can see they're kind of on a downward trend here. So because of that, real estate financing is becoming more available. So we'll just bring that down there, lower rates. So GDP, there's no data for Kamloops since 2021, but the outlook's positive. There's lots of talk. There's lots of major employers in Kamloops, and there's lots of talk about some of the government's big budget from this year falling, into Kamloops potentially. We've got unused capacity at our airport, and maybe some military spending will land there. So GDP slightly positive, I would say. I'll just grab that one and put it there. But our best to make an educated guess of where things are going. So real estate values have been dropping. Oops. Just put those back. Certainly, and they're probably closer to the trough right now, but we don't know where the trough is. We're well past the peak. Real estate is getting more affordable. So, and we might even be at peak affordability. So rents have been going down, and so are mortgage payments. And prices are softer now in Kamloops than they have been for a long time. So let's see here. We've got some data from the local real estate board. So you can see, we've got in months of inventory, and listings can be up too, but they got townhouse apartments in Sinclair. Depending on the season, of course, there's more sales in the summer than there is in the winter, so that'll drop off again here potentially. Okay, so number of days to sell real estate. I think we're dropping. That's what I found last time. Let's see. Oh, or no, it was increasing. All right. So revitalization. So for me, this is anecdotal because if you drive down Trunk Hill Road, you see a lot of new construction with retail on the ground floor and then apartments above. So there's developments expanding outside of out past Valley View. So this is where it's important to really know your local market, drive around, notice what's going on. There's also new building. So that's interesting. So real estate listings. Yeah, so listings. There's a lot of new listings this year compared to last year. New residential listings. So listings are up. Okay, and then sales. Same thing. So let's look at sales. There's sales activity for September. And sales are up, but still below the 10-year average for September. It says so listings are up and sales are up. Now that we've got this, I mean, you can dive into it and spend a lot of time really looking carefully to see if what you're filling out is supported by the facts. But markets are changing. all the time. And if you get stuck in analysis, then you're going to let's just see if this matches the work that I just did. I'll just grab that. I'll put it down here. So now we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there's only 8 there. So what did I change my mind on just in the past few minutes? So employment being up. Oh, I put employment up and down because I found conflicting articles. So let's check that conflicting. So, this is new. So there's more jobs in British Columbia. Kamloops. Oh, I see. So the unemployment rate in Kamloops did go up, like marginally. So so unemployment. So we can just get rid of these and move this over here because employment is actually down. Important, to review your work because you can make a different opinion even just in the same day depending on different data sources. And the problem with smaller markets in Canada is sometimes there's not really good data, so you're really the data. That's what's nice about a lot of the U.S. markets is the data is just readily available at your fingertips. So let's see here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, 7 is still not 10. Okay, so that's not right. Let's see. Housing construction. So yes. Real estate ROI is up. Incomes. So those. Okay, so I picked the trough here because we may be at the most affordable because if prices go up. So I guess that's a good argument. And what else here? Revitalization. Are we at the end of revitalization or the peak? Hard to know. I don't think we're at the end of it. So let's revise that to a 9. Because we still have revitalization projects going. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And now we'll count these. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again. So I can't. And what's the difference? Is this the same? Those 2. Oh, right. This is the employment one that's messing me up. 1, 2, 3. All right. So you see when you do this work for yourself, you'll see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 as well. Oops. 8. And we'll go up here and see what's going on. There's 9 there. So that's that employment one that's messing me up. And that would probably be the same here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Certainly not in a boom right now. So, and there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 there. All right. Used to sell real estate. Trough increasing. And revitalization. It could be a peak revitalization, so still getting into the boom. That's interesting. Okay, all those are accurate. Those accurate? What's going on here? Real estate finance availability. Could it be the peak right now? I mean, it could be before we do more tightening. So, yeah. Or are they going to continue to cut interest rates? They could. It's hard to know. So this is as good as mine. So that's where we are there. I got a difference here too in employment. Are we at peak employment right now? We could be. And vacancy rates. Are we at the bottom of vacancy rates? No, we certainly are not. So I messed that up this time because vacancy rates are climbing. We're not anywhere near the bottom. The vacancy rates are increasing. Okay, so that would explain that. So that's 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Now we got, what do we got going on here? 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 7. And I think this will all agree here. Yeah, that's the same. And that's the same. And that's the same. And then we've got 10. Is that 10? That's 3, 9. So what's the difference here? We've got those agree. And we've got a difference here. Real estate financeability. So it's not the lowest right now. It does seem to be getting better. Maybe it's at the peak. So that's not correct. And GDP, we think it's going up. All right. So that about covers that. So, this is kind of a boring video unless you're trying to figure out if you want to spend your money in your local market. Then it's a very important and interesting video. Kamloops, I mean, we're indicating very strongly that we're at the end of a boom, but it's just not good enough. So you would use this to do a deeper dive into some of these data sets and try and find the answers of what's going on. Like maybe real estate values are in the process of increasing right now, or any of these variables could change. But to me, it looks like we're maybe in the beginning or middle of maybe the end of a boom. But the way that financing rates are going, we could be, we've got more together. The numbers are closer together for the middle or the end of the slump and the beginning of the recovery. So that tells me that we're probably, we're definitely slump. So anyway, do this on your own, for your own local market. Send it to me. Send me some data about how you came up. Cite your sources, how you came up with those numbers and that opinion. And yeah, I'd love to get into it with you on our next question and answer. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you on the next call. I don't know if I can find my. All right. Peace, everybody.